Hey, it's Jake Mace with JakeMace.com.
Wait, no, this is Jake Mace with JakeMace.com. This is my buddy, Supai. All right, Supai, get out of here. And today I wanted to show you guys something that interests me a lot, and it's fertilizing my trees with trash. Jake Mace from 5 years ago would have eaten a honeydew or a carrot or an orange or a piece of watermelon, and I would have thrown the skin, the pulp, the seeds, and the peel in the trash. And now, 5 years later, I couldn't imagine throwing anything away except for like plastic or something like that. So not only do I use everything that I eat, I use back in my garden as fertilizer and as compost, but I also partner with different juice bars and food businesses in town that work with organic produce, and they give me a lot of their leftovers, like different juice bars. I also work with different wood shops. I have some friends that are master craftsmen that give me their wood shavings, and also different produce companies that give me all their spoiled or leftover produce. Instead of throwing it in the trash, it comes to Jake Mace and Pamela Mace's Longevity Garden. So in this bucket right here, I've got a bunch of pulp of like cucumbers and apples, and I think maybe even some honeydew and cantaloupe. And I got my really good looking papaya tree here that's in its second year. So this papaya tree was from Dr. David R. And this is doing really well. It's got some nice looking papayas on him, and he keeps getting taller and taller. And then I put a couple of Arizona native flowers here. I think this is Indian mallow. And this way I never have to water these guys. They're native to the Arizona area, but they produce orange flowers that attract bees and other pollinator insects. So I take my trash, this produce, and I'm gonna sprinkle it around the root zone of the papaya tree, like this. So there's a little bit of cucumber, apple, and honeydew and cantaloupe. In this one I've got some beets, some shredded beets and shredded carrots. And this stuff is from juice bars and produce companies around town that are all organic. So it's the best stuff ever. And I also give some of this stuff to my chickens. So that's the beet pulp, you guys can see. I'm gonna be in the sun. And then you break it up, and it just goes inside there. Like that. And I might use my hands kind of just like, it's pretty dry because all the juice went into the juice. Then in the bag I got some carrot pulp and some beet skins. So the carrot skins and the beet skins. And I would say it's the first week of June 2015. Things are gonna start getting hot, so the tree needs nutrients, and that's about enough. Any more than that on a tree this size would be just too much. But I'll do that about once a month or something like that. But that's not it. After I put the pulp on this guy, then what I do is I take the stuff that's in the bag. This is from one of my master craftsmen from the land down under, Jason. And he is really cool about giving me 100% wood shavings from his wood shop that he works at. And so this is the carbon, and the food produce is the nitrogen. So I mix in the wood scraps, the wood shavings. I mix it in there with the produce, and I cover it up. It's important to cover it up for multiple reasons. Number one, your wife, husband, and kids, girlfriend, boyfriend will love you more, because if you just put a bunch of produce on the ground, after a day or two it will begin to smell and it will attract bugs. When you cover it with wood chips or leaves or pine shavings like this, that will mask the smell, and it also will make it so there's less bugs. Number two, you need equal parts carbon and nitrogen in order to help the process of breaking it down. So that's what I do with the wood shavings. Then I got this bag. I was driving home 2 days ago and I saw this landscaping crew next to my house cutting grass and gathering up leaves. And I went out and I said, "Hola amigos, can I have the leaves? Can I have your trash? And they were like, what do you want, Ese? What do you want? And I was like, yo quiero la basura. I want the trash. And they said, whatever, man, whatever. So they gave me all the leaves. I put it in my Nissan Leaf, and now I'm gonna sprinkle it into my papaya tree like this. And leaves, pine needles, wood chips, it's all good stuff to put in your trees to help feed your trees the way Mother Nature intended. And then I'll pull back a little bit of it away from the trunk so that the trunk won't rot. I pull it back a little bit. And there's one more important step. I take the hose and I spray it on that stuff and I water the tree, and water is the catalyst that makes it all happen. If you guys let your soil dry out to where it's just dry as sand, it's not very alive, but water makes it alive. So this water is being pumped from my pond right there. I got a pump in the waterfall that pumps the water through the hose into my tree. Then I just leave that hose on there. I go like this, and then I just enjoy the strong growth of my amazing papaya tree that I got from a local grower that grew it in Paradise Valley. So he's looking good. Got some good looking papayas on here. And over here, you guys can see I have 4 more papayas growing that are in their first year. This one especially looks really good for some reason. Thanks for joining me here at the Vegan Athlete YouTube channel. Remember 2 things, maybe 3 things today. If you want to be into sustainability, you got to sweat, number 1. Number 2, you got to go vegan. And number 3, grow your own food at home and then eat that food and put it in your stomach. I'll see you guys back here next time.